I don't really know Quinn. I think the most appropriate term would be that I'm just watching her from the sidelines. Most of the time she's just sitting somewhere in the middle of class doing homework or maybe answering the teacher's questions. During breaks she's usually also studying or talking to MOIRA or some other girls from class. She doesn't really talk much, but I think she's smart. Probably the smartest person in class, actually. She's not very shy. I think she just chooses her words very carefully. I don't know, maybe that's just the impression I'm getting. She seems like the type of girl with a plan. She's not really someone kind or nice, but she seems like the type of girl who knows what she wants and then she gets it, one way or another.
We met about 4 years ago when we started high school. At first, she mainly hung out with CORA, so we didn't know much about each other. But about 2 years ago, we kind of became best friends. She's very kind and chatty and fun to talk to, though sometimes she can be a bit of a hard, I guess, when it comes to knowing everything. She needs to know everything and really always does. And I don't think she studies that much. But she's good, yeah. She's one of my best friends. We don't hang out outside of school a lot, but neither of us really has the time, so it's fine. She likes to laugh a lot and doesn't take things seriously, and she's really laid back. She's not the teacher that people are used to. She's not a nerd or something. She's just really smart, naturally smart. But she's a really great person.
We used to be best friends. I've known her for a long time and we were like two peas in a pot. But about a little over a year ago, maybe two, she met this other girl and it was over. She didn't say anything, so I know that people see her as the smart, pretty intelligent human being, but she's cruel sometimes and doesn't think through. I don't think she can tell when she's doing something wrong. It's like telling a kid they can't touch fire and they'll keep doing it until they get burned. Quinn hasn't gotten burned yet. Don't get me wrong, she's not a bad person, she just doesn't see how her actions affect others. She's kind though and tries to be good, but she's really smart, but messes up a lot. She thinks she's really good at anything she does, and she is. So when she isn't, it's something she's always had a problem taking in. I think that's always been the problem with us. It's just when Nadine came that she really changed and...
Quinn and I met a few years ago, but I think the moment we really became best friends was when she beat me at cards. She's really good at cards and just a hilarious person to talk to and all around a great person to be with. We hang at the cafes most of the time, or when we go out, it's usually just walking around for a while. It's very easy to be relaxed around her, or to be honest and emotional or silly. Sometimes things get a little rough for her, especially with maths, and sometimes she gets a little bit emotional. And sometimes we argue about stupid things. Quinn gets us through that most of the time. She's really determined and sometimes a bit too honest, but it's a good thing most of the time. I feel like our dynamic is really good because we're both very outgoing, though when Quinn has her days, she does get a bit quieter. It's like a different friend then, but I don't think she's aware of that. It's like having a little sister who sometimes annoys you, but you know you can't live without her.
I think that one of the most important things about Quinn is that she really loves art. She really loves it. I remember the first time I saw her in the atelier and she was new, just looking around in awe. Our group became just the two of us, so during the past 2 years I've really gotten to know her. Most of the time we're each in our own world, doing our own stuff, but sometimes we'll get tea or coffee and sit and talk or not talk at all. She's happy most of the time, with a dreamy look on her face, but there are times when she barely speaks. She has circles around her eyes and is twitchy, and she hasn't slept in a while, but we never talk about things bothering us. It's an outlet for her, I think. Sometimes she messes up and really hits her. Sometimes she doesn't care at all. But still, it's difficult to describe who I see her as in such a short time, mainly because I don't think she's allowed anyone to really get to know who she is.
Impeccably, but underneath I am the same as you. I could dance all night like I'm a soul boy, but you know I'd rather drag myself across the dance floor. I feel like dancing on my own, where no one knows me and where I can cause offense just by the way I look. Just hope that you are on my side, my dear. But it's best to finish as it started, with my face head down, just staring at the bright